RG3, at some point in time, my brother, you're going to have to show your hand and stop tap dancing like the late, great Gregory Hines, God rest his soul. And in Gregory Hines' case, I only mean literally tap dancing. Figuratively speaking, you got to stop dancing around issues, brother. You got something to say, say it. If you got a problem with Stephen A., say it by name. What's the problem? Because I certainly don't have any problem with you. Let me tell you, RG3, an unknown secret that you may not have realized. Because you see, you come across as somebody that's bitter about being gone from ESPN. You ain't being slick. See, we saw the reports when you got let go by ESPN and how ticked off you were. We saw people in your camp, probably you in my estimation, but I don't know this for sure, who alluded to the Jason McCourtys of the world being on ESPN in the aftermath of you being let go. So since you have this penchant, this proclivity to be passive aggressive because that's how you roll, let me show you how to be direct. RG3, people at ESPN didn't like you, bro. They didn't like you. You know the names. I said names as in plural.
Okay, so that was Stephen A. Smith. And after this, that's when RG3 decided to pull up on Stephen A. Smith, and they actually talked with each other on live. So they were actually live together. So let's check out exactly how it played out. Check this out.
All right. Well, we're here, Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
So
we here.
Let's go ahead and set the record straight. Do you have a problem with me?
I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with some of the reports that I've seen and how I thought you come across. I think you come across a bit passive aggressive at times where you got a problem and I just wish you state what it is and who it's with. On too many occasions, people have come to me since you departed from ESPN acting as if I'm the problem. And I'm saying they're like, I had a great relationship with RG3. I appreciate what he did for the network. I didn't want to lose him. I wish he was still on First Take. You know, I was pleased with the job that he did. We always had a good time. Your pops knows me a little bit. Your pops communicate with me, you know.
Right.
I never had no issue with you. So why the hell am I always in the news every time you got something to say about ESPN? And I just felt like if it wasn't me, it was something that you needed to make clear. Yeah. As opposed to it being out there. And so I felt the need to respond and to let everybody know, yo, and you too, like, yo, I'm not the one that had a problem with you. I'm not that dude. You know me well enough to know if I got a problem with you, everybody, you gonna know. Yep. You know, ain't nobody gonna be wondering. You gonna know if it's coming from me. And I just felt like it was just something that I needed to say. So to answer your question directly, a problem with you, in terms of our dealings with one another, absolutely not. We've always been cool. I have a problem with the narrative that's been allowed to be out there and my name always coming up when there's a problem with you. And I thought that was something that you should have cleared up.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't have a problem with you. I don't. But a lot of the things that you said on your show, during your 10-minute rant on me, definitely came off personal and made it seem like you did have a problem with me.
Because I didn't hear that from you. What I felt compelled in addressing you directly the other day was to remind you of who I am. Yo, bro, if I have a problem with you, I tell you.
And that was the issue for me. And what I want to use this example to tell you why it became an issue for me. All right.
Feel free. Sure.
13 years ago, Stephen A., on First Take, there was a conversation that happened on the show involving Rob Parker.
Rob Parker.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You know exactly what conversation I'm talking about.
I know exactly what it was.
Rob Parker talked about, was I a brother? Was I a real brother? Was I really down for the cause? And you know what his point was about why he asked that question? Okay. It had nothing to do with sports. It had nothing to do with my performance on the field. It was because my fiance was white. It was because he thought I was a Republican. He made First Take in that moment a political forum for personal attacks and political conversations. Stephen A., that single conversation has followed me for 13 years of my professional career as an athlete and also in the media. When people in the Black community don't agree with me, what do? They start posting Rob Parker memes. You can't find a single instance of someone questioning my Blackness before that conversation happened on First Take. Stephen A., that's why I feel sports shows on television should be about sports and not made political.
What's up, y'all? So first of all, I want to thank y'all so much for tapping into my channel. I appreciate y'all. And the clip on the show, y'all, that was RG3. And he actually has a podcast with his wife. And he was going viral 1 week ago because he decided this Ryan Clark. And the reason why he did Ryan Clark is because Ryan Clark said that you know nothing about the Black struggle. You know how Black women have to struggle because you got a white wife. And then he decided to expose Ryan Clark and say that Ryan Clark, he has a white baby mama. And I just think that was funny when he exposed Ryan Clark for being a hypocrite. And also now he's going at Stephen A. Smith. And in this clip that I show y'all, Stephen A. Smith, he was the one who said that RG3, you need to stop tap dancing. But the funny thing is that a lot of people, including RG3, feels like Stephen A. Smith, he's the one who's tap dancing. A lot of people have been saying that Stephen A. Smith is basically tap dancing for the man, if you know what I mean. And I think that the first one who said this was Kwame Brown when he blew up on YouTube over 5 years ago. And actually, even though I like Stephen A. Smith, he's funny, but I gotta say that it seems like there's some a dark force behind him that is basically telling him to diss Black men, Black athletes. That is what it feels like. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.